perhaps the only things lacking. Borussia Dortmund up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Borussia Dortmund can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. The second half is up and running. Borussia Dortmund leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Diaz! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Malaysia are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Doué, it's a threatening, and the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. Raya claims comfortable. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Howson. Still just a single goal between the sides. And it's Totti. Knocks it into space. He's in a great shot at goal! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that. Borussia Dortmund have their 3rd corner. Now this could be a chance. No way through, so back it comes. Diaz! And no mistake. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Borussia Dortmund are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a 3rd.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Zanetti. Diouf receives it in a wide position. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's on it, can he get away? He's having a shot!
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Beckham. Nunez is onto this, played with finesse. Giroud, he's had a shot! And he should have made them pay.
What a pass, one that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Substitution from Malaysia.
So, third quarter of the game.
Darwin Núñez. Number 19, Desiree Doué. Number 22, Francesco Totti.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
17, Shevchenko. Number 15,
Beckham.
Mbappe. Number 8,
Dumfries
Locatelli.
tries to play it through.
Substitutions taking place.
Now here's the delivery. No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And it's going to be another one. They're up to 5 corners now. Real chance! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Malaysia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have...
Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Oh, he's found support out wide. And he shoots! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Great vision. And now they can spring out of defence. Malaysia ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And here's Dembele. Mbappe. And it's Locatelli. Giroud. Zanetti. And he's been shifted off it. Can he get on the end of this? Shevchenko providing an outlet on that flank.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Szoboszlai. Locatelli. And that's been intercepted. And it's Olmo. Beckham. Beckham running with the ball. And he's there to make the challenge. No foul, says the referee. Conte. And Dani Olmo. And it's Zanetti. And that is as far as it goes. Borussia Dortmund can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Balde turning out for what will be his 400th appearance. There's precious little point talking of anyone else here today, Jim.
Well, what a feat, Peter. This really does speak volumes about how much he dedicates himself and keeps himself in top condition for every one of those match days. He's a shining example for anybody with aspirations like that.
Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Forlan. And he's forced to go back. De Paul. Totti. Forlan. McAllister.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Pretty cagey early on from both sides. And here's Haaland. It's a really well-measured ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Passing is crisp and sharp, and it's Xabi Alonso. Great vision. Chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Como are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, super find. So no flag here. Lovely feet. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. McAllister. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Isak. And he thumps it clear. Xabi Alonso. Now it's Isak. Can he get on the end of this? Plenty to aim at here. And it's corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Howson clears it away. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. Forlan has the space to scheme. He is through here. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Lahm. This is a promising build-up. Haaland. Forlan. And it's Zanetti. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Mateus. Lahm. Lopez. Haaland receives it in a good position here.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he's got the beating of... And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Zanetti really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Half-time getting close now. Robertson does really well there, he is strong. And it's Lopez. And here's Haaland. And here's Isak. They're urging him to shoot. Isak! It's fallen kindly here. Oh, good finish. Half-time imminent. What a time to score. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And it's with the keeper. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Borussia Dortmund ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Bastoni. Mateus. Knocks it into space. He has a... He's having a shot! Brilliant from Lopez! A finish right from the top draw. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Totti. Totti powering forward here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Howson calmly anticipates. Bellingham.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Haaland touches it back. And a chance! Well taken goal. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides,
Cambio di giocatori.
Como have their lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Dani Olmo, Zanetti. 60 minutes played. Totti, and he's had it nicked away. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham going forward. Isak. Bellingham. It's a promising position. McAllister is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And here's Abraham. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. McAllister! Oh, it's a stunning goal! About as smooth as it gets. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Como go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's picked his way through. Well, now it's a race for the ball. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. That has not gone well. Borussia Dortmund perhaps contemplating their next change here. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Bastoni, and it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And he has been fouled there.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 16.
The two coaches
Numero
are
9.
signalling changes here,
Numero
both at the
5.
same time.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 22, il numero 45.
Bastoni,
il numero
a man
8.
never
Attenzione,
lacking in
la
drive or
sostituzione.
determination. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Just a quarter of an hour to play. McAllister, now it's Osimhen. Dembele. Dani Olmo. And he's there to retrieve it. That is good strength. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a searching pass. And it's Olmo. Osimhen. Now that's a lovely exchange. Danny Olmo. He's in a great position here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Lam. Como clearly now in lead preservation mode. And it's McAllister. Now it's Danny Olmo. Kirkchu. Caresses it through. Oh, that was vital. Zanetti. Xabi Alonso, who does have an assist to his name. Gibbs White. Xabi Alonso. Out of play for a throw. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Danny Olmo. And it's Olmo. Gibbs White. And this is Dembele.
Well, he certainly...
That's that, the end. Borussia Dortmund did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.